I have gathered together a collection of lyrics and poems. Granted, they may not be the caliber of Leonard Cohen's. I did not attend any special course or academy of writing, so the metre and rhyme may sometimes appear to be fighting. I started writing lyrics when my rock star attempts failed. I was too busy taking drugs to get the instrument nailed. By the time I realised that I would never get a record deal, I was in a mental ward, only getting spoons with my meal. Greetings and thanks for taking the time to look at my book. I know it is not as much fun as getting your first look. But in a world where reflection time is few and far between, please invest in my words and take out what you mean. I wish this book contained the answers to everybody's dream. Then we wouldn't feel the need to shout and fucking scream. The irony being that we have the answers all along. It's just that some of us don't stop to hear the heartfelt song. My eternal viewpoint sees beyond the things you do, for nothing in this world is real or true. My mother thinks she's sad, my father thinks he understands, but to live each day in freedom is all that I demand. Spiritual cancer spread like butter across the rough terrain, asking who has got the guts to stand naked in the rain. Somehow, from somewhere, we must dig out the will to live. In our hearts, I'm sure we'll find just what we need to give. The world has been changed forever. Of that we can be sure. Football, shopping and the rest of our addictions suddenly taste so sour. Somebody please tell us what to think. Please tell us how to act. For we have no mind of our own to discern the lies from fact. Oh, what do we need to do, Master Blair and Master Bush? You seem like decent people. Why don't you give us all the push? Do you need some more democracy? Would that take away our pain? How about a new world order? Would that make the world more sane? The world is a scary place. We see it more and more every day. You only need to look up to see the stuff they spray. People are feeling nervous, even with their heads in the sand. They know the powers that be have something up their sleeve planned, like the culling of the population. We are told there are too many of us. Is it just a magic coincidence? A vaccine for a hoax flu virus? Still, best not to question. When it comes to your family's health, that's why we will be happy to increase Big Pharma's wealth. Line up to take your shot, pray it doesn't kill you, for if I ask you what is in it, you will say you haven't a clue. You find it easier not to think about the risks involved, or the fact that if you get a reaction, the vaccine companies are absolved. So life was going on to what most seemed like normal. The slaves seemed happy in their daily life role, going to gigs, sports and doing their shopping. Some even seemed quite happy on the dole. Then we heard something stirred in the city of Wuhan. The trusted nightly news informed us of a killer virus. Most of our great British citizens paid little attention. After all, what did a distant outbreak have to do with us? Then the mental little thing had the audacity to spread. Somehow it migrated over 7,000 miles. People in Italy were apparently dying in droves. All of a sudden, people here began to lose their smiles. Nicola Sturgeon said to follow the science regarding the deadly virus sweeping the nation. So I took her at her word and looked into it, only to discover there is no such thing as viral contagion. The men in white coats are just trained monkeys, miseducated by the Rockefeller's foundations. They maybe go in with an honourable heart, but their student loans change their best of intentions. They are not trained to question their lecturers, who themselves have been deeply indoctrinated. Big Pharma fund the universities where they study, where any critical thinking is swiftly incapacitated. Ladies and gentlemen, I am at a loss for words to say. For 18 months I have been screaming from the rooftops that there is no such thing as a contagious virus, but in response I get accused of being an Illuminati cyclops. I don't know how much simpler I can make it. What is known as a virus is just dead cell debris. It is not alive in any way, shape or fashion. So I suggest you start living your lives a lot more carefree. The so-called scientists either know this to be true and are therefore going out of their way to deceive, or they bought into the Rockefeller Foundation paradigm, where you don't need actual evidence to believe. Get access to all 140 poems of the plain facts by going to billywatson.tv/products. Help to support me to continue my work. Thank you.